Hi, I'm Robbie Picard, and you're watching Live in Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo. Today, I'm with Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus and our good friends here at Summit. We are headed to Fort Chipewyan. Every year, Santa Claus raises money and funds to take this time of year to Chip to provide food for the elders in Fort Chipewyan and those in need. So we're going to document the entire adventure up the Winter Road. The Winter Road's a very interesting thing. So this is a legendary thing if you've been around Fort McMurray for years. Everybody talks about the Winter Road. In the summertime, it's the gateway to the desert of the North, 6 lakes, and you'll find many beautiful lakes. But in the wintertime, it is an ice road going all the way to Fort Chipewyan. And Fort Chipewyan is an amazing community, which is exactly the same distance north as Churchill, Manitoba. And it's on Lake Athabasca. So we're headed there right now. The Winter Road is something everyone should check out. If you ever get a chance, it's a great experience. Let's go. I'm standing on the Firebag Bridge. Now, a few years ago, going to 6 lakes in the summertime was a luxury. You had to have a little bit of money, and a lot of the people took float planes to go out to all the lakes. There's multiple lakes, not just 6 lakes. And this bridge was vital for the Winter Road, which takes, Fort McMurray all the way to Fort Chipewyan, which is a great way for commerce and supplies. But it also connected Fort Chipewyan with the rest of the North and also the Northwest Territories. Twin Lakes is one of the first stops on the Winter Road. They have an outhouse and it's pretty cold out right now. In the summertime, it's the easiest place to get to that you can take your quad or your side-by-side, and it's great fishing. It gets more and more sand the more north you go to Chip, but as you can see, it's just beautiful, and you can see none of the snow has really been touched. It's all fresh snow. You can see a few tracks from animals or whatever, but it is absolutely beautiful. And it's a great time to go in February and March because the sun is out a little bit later, so you can see the beautiful scenery. So we got a little ahead of our party here. We parked on the Athabasca River. Now, the Athabasca River goes from Jasper all the way to Chip, and it's very interesting how it interconnects the northern part of our province. It goes into Lake Athabasca, which Chip, and then even Uranium City, it all kind of interconnects. And you can see beside me here, the trucks are crossing the river. Now, this is only available in the wintertime because the river freezes completely over, and it has to be pretty cool for it to freeze, so it's pretty neat to see these big fuel trucks crossing over. So how was your drive out here?
It's good. It was nice. It's pretty.
It's your first time on the Winter Road?
Yes, it is.
Was it what you thought it would be?
I don't know. I didn't know what to expect, honestly, but it was well groomed, well maintained. It was a good drive, actually.
Wasn't scary at all?
No, it was good.
How many years have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for 7 years now. Santa Claus Fort McMurray has been doing events, and I get people to give me Sobeys gift cards. And with that, Sobeys give us a really great price, and I'm able to do groceries. In the last 7 years, we've done 1,400 bags of groceries in the 7 trips that we've had. Today we have 165. Each bag contains flour, sugar, salt, tea, coffee, lard, and baking powder. My grandmother Wells always had that in her cellar. She's saying you can start the morning off with tea and toast, and at night you can make a sandwich before you go to bed. So if you start the day off with something and finish the day off with something, your day was pretty good.
So it's kind of the staples of the...
It's the staples. So they can make bannock or you can make homemade bread. And each year, the bags are personalized with people that have passed away that are family members of ours or elders of Fort Chipewyan or friends of families that have passed on. This year, Bernie up here, in memory of him, Dave Tuckeroo's brother passed away this year, just a little while ago. I lost an uncle and I lost my first cousin this year. So this run is in memory of those people. And I like to thank a lot of the people that help. Dave Tuckeroo, he gives a substantial donation. Primo Signs for doing the bags. I've got Oil Spill Distributors. They supply the Santa and Mrs. Claus. Sharika's on the Sny. They do a breakfast with Santa and they give me a donation. And of course, Sobeys. They give me these prices on these foods. So each year I can keep adding more and more. And I've loved this community since the first time I came up, or 8 years ago.
So if you're fortunate enough to take the winter road to come to Chip and you want to spend the night, there is lodging. There wasn't always lodging. So you can stay at the Dene Cree Inn if it's just like under a couple $100 a night. And then you can check out Lake Athabasca and everything else. They've got a great restaurant here. The food's been really good. We've had a great time. Definitely worth taking the winter road and head up. We're wrapping up our day trip. One of the things I want to ask is, what do you think we could do more from a tourist angle to get more people to go to Chipewyan?
I would really like to be able to spend a night like in a teepee traditionally like they did. If they had several teepees set up like that and you go up for a night and you spend the night in a teepee, I think that would be a great plus, and I would love to do that.
Letting people know that it is accessible during the times of the seasons when the roads are open, that these roads are very well maintained. We all got through these with no problems whatsoever. They do have the amenities and they want people to come visit.
More advertisement. Show what they have to offer up in Fort Chip, because it's beautiful up there.
And this is part one of our Fort Chip Winter Road. We're going to be going to Fort Smith very soon, and we're going to spend a little more time in Chip, check out the museum, and there's a couple of bed and breakfasts. There's a few things we're going to check out. So please travel to Fort McMurray and head to Fort Chipewyan. Thank you for watching Live in Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo.